Hello, everybody. It's been a while, mostly because of reasons and things, and MTGO went down, so they took away Pauper events, and I was going to do a lot of Pauper content, but they got rid of those. So as you can see, instead, I'm going to do a draft today. I opened something very spicy too. Abhorrent Overlord. I didn't mean to pick it. I meant to do the other click, but apparently I haven't drafted in a while, so I forgot how it works. But yeah, no, it's a great card. It's a 6/6 flying for 7 mana that you get Devotion to Black. You get that many 1/1 flyers. It is insane. It does have some downside of you have to sacrifice a creature every turn, but when you cast it, you're getting when it enters the battlefield, you're getting at least 2 harpies out of it. So you have at least, you probably will have about 2 turns to use it before anything happens. It's just an absolutely fantastic card. It does a lot of really great stuff, and it, can just win games on its own. Then we get past this pack. Cards of note: Nessian Courser's good, Alciet's good, Hoplite is insane. But you kind of have to rely on getting into the deck for it, so it's one of those cards where it's not something I'm looking to go into after an Abhorrent Overlord, because it's not like I'm littered with options for the heroic deck here, besides like these guys, but those don't exactly work good together. I think I'm going to take the Alciad. Again, I have to learn how to right-click on stuff. Man. But this card is insane, and this card is a card that you can put on something else and just kind of, on turn 5, if you can play it, give yourself a way of keeping pressure on while also keeping them back, which is just really good. But, alright, so cards in this pack I see that I like. Lampad is in our color, but he's not that good. Honestly, this pack's kind of weak. There's the Acolyte if we're heavy green. There's Triton Fortune Hunter if we want to move into blue. But I think if we're going to move into blue, I'd rather have a Shipwreck Singer. This card is really good, and look, I even right-clicked. It's a 1/2 for 2 with flying, which is fine. I mean, it can block Pegasus and stuff like that. But its ability to just give attacking creatures -1/-1 until end of turn and force things to attack into it, it's just absolutely insane. If you can get this card out with any kind of board presence, you can just start basically abyssing them. It's kind of fantastic, so I'm definitely going to take Shipwreck Singer over the other options. And let's see what else we got here. Some decent green. There's a Disciple, Savage Surge, and Anthosa. A lot of people don't like Anthosa because its heroic ability isn't that good, but if you tell me that for 5 mana you're going to give me a 4/5 with an upside that, if marginal, is still an upside, I'm going to be happy. That said, other cards in the pack are like Mogus Marauder, which is a great finisher, but we're not looking like we're an aggressive deck yet. Bloodtoll Harpy is a decent flyer. I mean, flyers are never bad. Fleshmad Steed, which is meh, and on color. We're not taking any of these right now. So I think it's between Nylea's Disciple and the Bloodtoll Harpy, and I think I'm going to stick with the Harpy for now. If we see like a bunch of green coming through, I'm going to feel sad. But luckily for us, we just get past a pack of nothing. We do have one white card, and I guess Glare of Heresy is fine. Titan Strength does some things. Yep, these are all cards, alright. I think I'm just going to take the Fox. It's the only card that I would really see myself main decking, besides like a Titan Strength, and we don't have any... Well, I guess we don't have any green either. I think I'll just... I guess Mnemonic Wall could be fine. Like if you get some removal spells, we can Mnemonic Wall and then cast it the next turn. I think I'll just take the Fox. There was some good green in some of the previous packs that I kind of saw and was like, it's fine, but I decided against it. Well, this pack's got some stuff, Evangel's good, and Warrior is good in the right deck. If you can't heroic it, it's absolutely terrible, so you really need a very strongly focused heroic deck to make it work. But like if this and you throw an Alciad on it, all of a sudden you got a 6/6 with Vigilance. I mean, you could do worse. I think that it's Lash of the Whip here, though. Um, Removal is hard to get in this set. Instant speed is worse. And this doesn't really need to just kill something. You can just be like, oh, attack me, and I block with my Blood Hole Harpy, and then you die, because the way damage works, like, combat. I don't know where my brain went. It just stopped working for a minute. Here I'm going to take the Temple. It's, I believe, a non-zero amount of ticks, and otherwise it's like Coastline or Viper's Kiss. I don't really see a lot of good stuff, and plus, it's a dual land. It scries. What more do you want? That and, I like these colors. For those of you who don't know, my focus on decks I typically play is, oh, hey, you have a life total. Hey, where'd that life total go? My favorite deck ever was Quetzalcoatl Red, so those of you who used to play back in the Zendikar Mirrodin days, I would go turn 1 Goblin Guide and other assorted trinkets, and then all of a sudden you'd be dead on turn 3, hopefully. If not, well, oh well. Oh my god, this is okay, so green is a thing that I'm taking, because this card shouldn't still be in the pack. A lot of the green decks want to go big. They want to get out their big guys, and they want to Monstrous their big guys. And Voyaging Satyr untaps a land. I mean, what more do you want? It ramps you. It's a 1/2, so it can block a lot of the little 1/1 dorks that can come out from time to time. And even in the late game, if you need to, you can throw an Alcyon on it and start getting in there for 3. It's not the worst thing ever. And our curve, is trying to get to Overlord status, so I'm definitely going to take that. Let me get this. I mean, Black Divination's fine. No, it's not. So I don't know. I think Bounties draw 3 cards. That's not bad. Centaur is probably fine as well. I think I just take the Centaur. I don't think I'm playing the white anymore. I can probably splash for the Singer. It's just that powerful. You typically, if you're splashing for the Singer, you want to be splashing the black half of it. That way you can make multiple things attack and then deal with them. But in my case, I'll just be able to be like, oh, only one thing has to attack this turn if able. I can't really manipulate the board too much. But, I mean, it's still good. It still works. In this pack, I think it's definitely the Ancient of Horizons. A 3/2 for 3 with unblockable at times is fantastic, and I think this deck is going to be able to have removal, so I'm not going to need like a Flamecast Wheel, which is the most expensive lightning bolt I've ever seen. Sure, I'll take a Null in case they come out with like a God or something like that against me. I have it in the side and I can bring it in. I don't think I'm playing red. I'm probably not playing white at this point. Probably splashing blue. So that's probably not even a good pick anyways. Flesh Red Seed's fine. It's a 2/2 for 2. Yeah, it has downside, but a lot of the time the downside isn't going to matter unless it's like you attack, they kill something, then it's tapped so you can't block with it. But you can make the board state work with it. It's not a terrible card, but you definitely, Oh god. I think the Mountain's the most powerful card in this pack. But I think I'll take the Shore Thief just because, it's cool. Poor Silent Artisan. He gets no respect in this set. I mean, he's not the worst, but there's just so much better stuff out there than a Siege Mastodon. I mean, hello, sexy. So this is a thing. Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver. +2, exile the top 3 cards of their library. If it gets going and it stays out long enough, you can eventually mill them out in 5 turns. No, more like 10 turns. So it'll take a while, but you can eventually mill them out. But it's not that ability that's any good. It's the second one. You exile something on turn... So you get it down on turn 3, you exile something. If they can't deal with it, you can potentially play a free 5-drop off of them with basically just like... It's insane. And then you get to play a 4-drop on top of it because you will have 4 mana, supposedly. But yeah, this card's just nuts. It's not like Elsbeth broken, where it's just like, oh, you resolved Elsbeth. Okay, oh, you have a bunch of chump blockers now. Okay, well, this isn't going to go terribly for me. This card isn't that kind of like, I play it, I win the game now, but it's still really good. It's probably at least going to get them to devote a lot of resources to killing it, because you can just do something silly with it. Notable other cards in the back was the Nemesis Immortals and the Scorpion. Both are fine. Um, you know, I would have liked the Nemesis Immortals. If I had a rare that wasn't any good, I would have totally taken it. But at this point, the way it's looking, that's this card I just want to play with. It's just fun. I'm sorry. If you came here to let somebody play with skill, then thank you. It's flattering, really, that you would think that, but I don't understand why you're thinking that. So in this pack, it's a fairly easy pick. I'm going to take Gary. He's kind of awesome. I mean, 5 mana, drain X, where X is at least 2. Seems good. You can even go off with, like, you play this into a Overlord, and you all of a sudden you got 4 Harpies, or, you get a decent curve out. You can get up to, like, 5 or more. Let's hide that. Let's cost sort so we can start seeing what we're looking at. Yeah, I mean, it's possible you can do some pretty derpy things with this thing and just kind of bash the guy's face in out of nowhere. But yeah, let's see what else we got here. I'm noticing in these packs that we opened a good card, and then the last 2 packs have been void of any green, but they've had decent black, so I'm pleased with that. Here I think it's Freaka's Cure. If we were in red, we'd be very happy because we could take like a Magma Jet. And that card's really good because a lot of the heroic creatures are X2s when they enter the battlefield. So what you can do is you can hold this up on turn 2, and if they're playing a heroic deck, they'll maybe on turn 2 or turn 3 they'll play something, and then you can just get rid of it and not have to worry about it, because I've played against some of those decks that just explode, and it's like impossible to beat. It just gets silly really quick. So, but yeah. But alternatively, in this pack is also a Vaporkin, which is fine. I mean, but I think I'd rather try to hold out a little bit. I guess my Gurn's not really that good. But hey, removal's removal, and Freaka's Cure does the same thing as that, as what I was just saying before, except it doesn't have the Scry feature. So, there's that. Here, there's some good things here. There's Overline Unicorn, Nylea's Presence, Freaka's Mender. If we're going to stay with the black-green theme, Freaka's Mender is insane. For 5 mana, you get a creature or enchantment from your graveyard back. That's really good on a 4/3 body. I mean, and this is when you play the game of will it wheel, will it not wheel, looking at cards in the pack. There's like a couple good cards, but I'm not counting, like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this card's not coming back. Somebody will take it probably. If they're playing either color and say, I might splash it. If I was in white, I'd be super happy to take a Heliod or a Wingseed Rider, but alas, I'm not going to be able to do anything. And I don't think we need the fixing quite this high, so I'm not taking the Nylea's Presence. I believe that's what it is. Make sure lands everything, draw a card. You guys saw it just in the pack. You were watching this afterwards. So I think now I'm taking a sip of Hemlock. It's, just pure powerful removal. Just get your thing off the board and then deal 2 damage on top of it is always nice. There's not really that much in the pack. Swan Song's really bad and limited. Yes, you get to counter a lot of stuff in this format, but then they get a bird. And I don't really like giving my 2-for-1ing myself, kind of. So yeah, if it didn't have flying, if it was like a 1/1 just like sheep or something like that, then I'd be fine, probably, but not for that. So yeah, I'm definitely taking that. Inside Meat Hopes is cute, but it doesn't always get its man. It's not, that good. So there's like a White Bear and Staunch-Hearted Warrior. I don't think I have enough stuff that targets. I say looking at all my stuff and saying the only thing that's target actually would just kill it straight up. So yeah, I'm not taking the Sound-Charged Warrior. Triton Tactics, if I decide to go into heavier blue, could be fine. Because it lets you attack with stuff you typically wouldn't, or block things that you typically wouldn't be able to. Maybe get a 2-for-1 out of it. I think I'll just take the Lampad. It gives me devotion for my Gary and my Overlord, and it also allows me to get in there a little bit in the later game. Again, it's not the best card in the world, but it'll do. Jeez. The hits just keep coming, people. So it looks like the red-white heroic deck is, there. Because those are 3 of the better cards in it. You equip something on this, or they think they're taking 2 damage, and suddenly you Titan Strength it, and they're taking 8. God's Willing's really good. Just look at that card. It's Elizabeth with a sword. What more do you want? And Hoplite. I'm going to take the Shredding Winds here. Good for the sideboard. You can kill a flyer. Aqueous Form's fine too, but not feeling it at the moment. Hide that. Sentry on the World's good, but then we're getting into the fact where we're splashing multiple colors, and I don't think I really want to go that deep on it. It's a really good card, though, and in other circumstances, I might take it. Dark Betrayal is good for the sideboard. Gives me the opportunity to just kill a dude for 1 black mana, especially in this format. That's really good. Yeah, I'll take the Dark Betrayal. I don't think I'm splashing for the Sentry, alas. Jeez. What is going on? Oh, I love the color red, and I've just been passing the deck this whole time. I'm sure many of you who are watching, I say, assuming many people will watch this, it'll probably be like my 2 friends and like some random dude who stumbles upon it. Like and subscribe, blah, 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 give me votes. I think I'll just take the Minotaur, though. I really think I'm either going to be playing with blue or with green here. And if I can... this is going to be good if I can get like a Lash of the Whip off. And I mean, I want to say close to mono black. If I open like another Gary or something else that cares about black devotion, then I'm just going to be able to go off with it. And it's going to be awesome. But I'm going to take the Charlatan here. I might end up going into blue, black, but we'll see what I open and stuff. I'm still open to go either way. I can always splash for the Mender, which is fine. It's a good card. I wouldn't mind splashing for it. Second Return Centaur, first Lost in the Labyrinth, first Deathbell Raider. Not a lot of really good cards here. I think I'm just going to take the Raider. Now I'll take the Centaur. It attacks, it blocks, Instantal Mill. What's not to love? I already have an Annul. I don't think I want the Celebrant, so I'll take the Ray. What's the worst that could happen? Sure, Stymied Hopes is a card that, again, I talked about it a little bit earlier. It's not the best card in the world. It doesn't do, like, a ton, but... Because typically what you're doing with it is you're saying, don't have untapped mana when you cast something. And, it's not the best thing in the world. So let me open this pack. It's got a Read the Bones in it, which is good. I mean... Draw 2 cards that you get to pseudo pick off the top of your deck. Digs you down 4 cards if you really need it. The 2 life loss is typically not too big of a deal on turn 3 when you're casting it. And if you draw it in the ultra late game and you're like at 2, yeah, it's a blank, but I'm willing to take the risk. Because if I'm at 3, I'm probably still going to pop it off if I'm like dead either way. Give me that extra chance. Other cards in the pack. Timrit. Again, if I was taking the red cards that I saw flowing past in the last couple packs, and I was being an idiot and like, oh, well, I already have 2 colors, blah, blah, blah. But, hey, you live and you learn, whatever. But, yeah, this card's, pretty good. If you can, like, get a bunch of expendable creatures. Born Overlord. But the fact that I don't see myself coming off with that too much, so I'm probably just going to take Read the Bones. I don't want a second sip. I think I'd rather have the Read the Bones. I think first Read the Bones is better than second sip. If we get the choice, oh, daddy, get in my deck, Gary. If we get the same pick again later with like a Read the Bones or a sip, I'll consider it. But hopefully, the way this draft's been going, I may be able to get this Read the Bones back. Because people just seem to not care. Like they're just not taking black cards, or if they are, I'm not noticing it. Because again, if you're here to watch somebody play with skill, why are you here? Don't leave, please, God. You realize how that sounds. I'm taking the Gary because it's Gary, and having two of him is better than having one of him. Oh my God. All right, so this is a pack. Baleful Eidolon is insane, and Keepsake Gorgon I think is insaner. So if I had to pick between insaner and insaner, I'm taking the Keepsake Gorgon. I mean, this card, when it becomes monstrous, destroy a non-Gorgon, and it has Death Touch, you're probably getting a 2-for-1 off of it. And with 6 toughness, it can be hard to block efficiently with only one creature. So you might find yourself in a position where you're, playing in the match, blah, 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 and then you play this, and then you monstrous it, and what do they do? Like, you killed one of the guys, you attack, they have to double block. 3-for-1 is fine, even for about 1 billion mana that you're paying to do it. I think it's still really good. So I'm going to take it here. Eidolon, if you come back to me, I'd be so happy. I mean, it does basically the same thing. It's typically going to be like it's going to let you get a 2-for-2 at the minimum amount of it. It's just very efficient. Here, I mean, I'm going to take a Vaporkin. I think we might be cutting the green here. It's not the best. We'll splash for the Mender. But yeah, I think we're going to be pseudo mono black here. Ordeal of Thassa. Can I abuse that? Alright, let's hide the red and the land. And we'll hide. We'll cost sort here. Oops, hide white. I got like a Blood Toll Harpy, Shipwreck Singer, Vaporkin, Agent of Horizons. I'm not playing that. Cavern Lamp. So I have some stuff that can start getting in at a decent rate with Ordeal. Alternatively, I could take like a Scourge Marker or an Omen Speaker. I have a soft spot for these. They're cantrips. They're not ever going to be too bad. And it gives you devotion and stuff like that. But I think I'll take the Ordeal. It just has the ability to do some pretty powerful stuff in the early game. And, that's always good to do. Oh, God. Remember that time I said we were playing a color combination? And then I kept changing my mind? Well, we're sticking with black. I'm going to take this. I need more 4s, and I can maybe splash for it if I'm going to splash the Mender. Or maybe we'll end up getting more good green stuff. Who knows? I don't want any of these 1-drops. Not playing. Stymied Hopes. You're not in the main. I mean, a lot of these cards I'd prefer not to be playing, but I think my draft just didn't go as well as I wanted it to. Harpy's good. I mean, we just picked up Ordeal, and cheap flyers are always good. They can get in there, and hey, it's Devotion to Black and stuff, and we have 3 cards that care about that significantly, so I'm definitely going to take that. Another Sentry? Jeez. I think we just have to take the Omen. I think we just have to take the Omen Speaker. The Omen Speaker is really good because it blocks. It lets us get up to our Garys and our Keepsake Gorgons and eventually draw the Overlord. I think the way we're winning this game is off of like just grinding out until we can get to an Overlord. And something like an Omen Speaker helps with that. It helps smooth your draws in the early game and stuff. I'd love it to take the Sentry, but I'm already waffling between 2 colors. I don't want a 3rd color to be there, just kind of like, hey, you could totally play us. I think I'll take a Rescue, because I can do some silly stuff where a Gary dies, I sack a Gary to get a Gary, they enter the battlefield together, get stupid, or same with Abhorrent Overlord. I play him, then I can like sack a Gary, rescue the Abhorrent Overlord and the Gary, or sack the Overlord to get the Gary back. Like, that's pretty insane. I might run a main deck because I think it'd be silly, but hey, we'll see. Um, these are all cards. I don't think I want a second Omen Speaker. I'm not going to run it. Jeez. Well, if my plan is to go late, I don't want anyone else to go late. I don't think we want a second Goliath. I don't even know if we're playing it, but it's the card that matters in this pack, so I'll take it. I'll take the Wanderer. It's not going to make the main, but who knows. Probably should have taken the foil land there, but instincts took over. Geez, these are definitely all cards. I'm pretty sure I took 45 cards out of those packs, but all right, let's see what we can build out of this. So we're probably playing these in some arrangement of splashing and not splashing. Let's see what we're main decking in black. I prefer not to. You're in. Prefer not to. You're in. No. I think I just have to do it. It's just it's silly. I mean, I have a number of enters the battlefield effects. I mean, I can Blood Toll Harpy another time, Gary. I can reset a Keepsake Gorgon to kill something else. Alright, so I have 15 cards of definitely playing. And some of these cards are still not that good. I just, they're cards that I'm playing. I'm not playing those. So it then comes down to which set of cards does more for me of these. If I play the blue deck, I get an Ordeal and a Vaporkin, which let me put on some more early pressure because I can put them on Blood Toll Harpies and stuff like that. I can go like turn 3 Blood Toll Harpy, or even turn 2 Shipwreck Singer. Blah. Turn 2 Shipwreck Singer, and then turn 3 Ordeal it and just start going to town. Over here, I mean, I'm kind of cluttered at 5 drops, so it might be nice to have a Voyaging Satyr to try to rep me up there. And this has like a Omen Speaker to get me there, a Charlatan to double Lash the Whip and double Rescue, double Read the Bones, but that seems... They all seem kind of prohibitively expensive to get like a ton of value out of. I mean, in theory, I'm probably only running one of these. I think I'm going to run the green. It lowers my curve with good creatures rather than just like Omen Speakers and stuff like that. It ramps me out with this. It gives me another big threat, so I'm not reliant on like the Overlord and the like Rescue from the Underworld combos. And I'm going to be splashing anyways, so I can use that. And it gives me just more solid cards, I think. This brings me to 19. I'm probably going to run 18 lands. I have places I can put my mana in the late game with the Agent of Horizons and the Shipwreck Singer and Nylea's Emissary, Rescue from the Underworlds for hilarity's sake. So I don't think I'm too upset doing that, but I think I definitely have to bring in these two. And then I guess I'll run one Return Centaur. Then add lands. What does Mikko say? I think I want 3 islands, 5 forests, and 10 swamps. I think 10 swamps should be enough to get me what I need for, my multitude of black. I'm definitely not keeping a hand that doesn't have any black mana. Join me in the next game where I keep a hand without black mana. I know it's going to happen at least once in this draft because I'm going to see all this. My eyes are going to get big and I'm going to see a hand that has so much potential. As 3 islands, so I can still get Ashiok and Surprexinger out on a regular basis. Maybe even get more than 1 activation off of that. And then have a bunch of forests for, my green stuff. But, alright. Who knows? If it goes poorly in the first round, this is an 8-4. So I'll probably upload more stuff afterwards. Maybe like some Pauper shenanigans or something like that. Just to try to, give you guys some decent content. I don't want you guys to see me go 1 and out. I know that when I'm watching various people on popular websites, when I see them go 1 and out, it's sad. It's sad. But yeah. So anyways, thank you very much for the draft, and I will see you in the first round.